Hello, good evening, all of you. My name is Parul Sani, and this is a group assessment. And in my group, there are total three group members, including me. And we mentioned here the group members' name and their student IDs. So let's move on the next slide. Next slide is based on the agenda that what we use in our presentation. Like we use visualization, finding and limitation, group working, and selecting data set. We are discussing about this in our presentation. So let's move on to the next slide. Next slide is based on the our selected data set. So this data set contains information about customers, including their age, genders, annual income in dollars, spending scores on a scale from 1 to 100, and their professions. And the data set including attributes such as genders, age, annual income, and spending scores that are commonly used in customer segmentation and analysis. The reason for using this dataset could be perform various analysis and visualization in Power BI desktop for better understandings and decision making in a business or marketing context. For example, the dataset could be used to segment customers based on their demographic categories such as their gender, age, and analyzes their spending patterns using their spending scores. This information could help to run their business, identify target customers, segmentation, marketing strategies, and optimize pricing, promotions, and product offer to better serve customer needs and preference. So let's move on the next slide. So in this slide we are discussing about that analysis so we use forecasting, predictions, trend lines, and linear regression to for our analysis and visualization for our chosen data set. Forecasting and prediction, the data set comprise data on customer qualities which are dynamic variable that may change over time, such as their age, income, spending scores. And business can anticipate changes in customer behavior and make wise decisions by using forecasting, prediction, analysis to project future trends and patterns based on historical data. Forecasting prediction using trend lines and linear regressions in Power BI desktop involve creating visualizations such as line chart or scatter plots, or then adding trend lines or using the bullet in forecasting features. Trend lines can help identify patterns and trends in data, while linear regression can provide insight into the relationship between variable and help make decisions based on historical data. These advanced analysis method can provide valuable insights for business to better understanding customers' needs, behavior, and make data-driven decisions and optimize their strategies accordingly. So let's move on next slide. So this slide is also based on the selected analysis that I discussed before. Like forecasting, prediction is basically used for the statistical techniques used to predict future values using data from the past. And trend lines normally we use for the visualizations, representation of data points used to track patterns and trends. And linear regression normally we use for the statistical method of linear regression is used to represent the relationship between variable, usually one as the predictor and other as the dependent variable. So thank you. Rest will discuss by my another group member.
Thank you, Parul. This slide representing selecting analyze and visualizations tool. To start with, forecasting, prediction, trend line, and linear regression are advanced analyze method used in the industry to gain insight from data and make informed decisions. Forecasting prediction is utilized for estimating future trend, pattern, and behavior of customer or markets based on historical data. It helps businesses in demand forecasting, sale projection, resource planning, and identification growth opportunities. Trend line are graphical representatives that reveal pattern trends in data. Linear regression is a statistical technique used to model the relationship between variables, enable business to understand the strength and the direction of the relations, estimate the impact of one variable on another, and then make prediction. Next slide, please. This slide represents data transformation. There are three types of data transformation. This first one is data type conversion. It has been ensured that each column in the data file is assigned the correct data type. This involving converting customer ID and age column to integer, gender, and profession. Column to text and annual income and spending score 1 to 100. Column to number of data types. Second one, calculate column. Power BI is capable are used to calculate column based on exciting column in data. For example, calculating the age group, based on the age column. Third one, data cleaning. Identification and cleaning of data is done such as missing value of outlier data inconsistencies can impact the accuracy of analysis and visualization in Power BI. So it's important to identify and clean any issues before loading the data into Power BI. It involves finding in missing value, correcting error, or removing outlier from the data to ensure reliable analyzed result. Next slide, please. This slide representing visualization. It can be clearly seen from the diagram that younger people have high income than that of elder people, which basically get described by age group starting the 1 to 25 age group earn more money that give a curiosity of their profession that can be found out in next visualization. Now my pass to my another group member Hers.
Thanks, Chintan. So basically, I am talking about visualization content. So in visualization, this is the graph has showed the artists and the health professions, which are highest earners in among other professions. These are already discussed in the Power BI. So I am not talking about too much in PowerPoint slide. So I move on to the next slide. In this next slide, it is another visualization content, and it is showing the difference between the genders, and among the genders, the highest earner is against highest earners is artist in this one as well. So now I am talking about the visualization content in another line. So this is showing the trail lines in trend lines. So it is showing the it is showing the import. It's showing the direction of the growth, which are already mentioned in Power BI. So now I'm talking about the data of about the findings and limitation of the data. So here in the findings, so the advanced analysis so that the artists are the highest income earners, while I'm talking about more young people have been as earning more than compared to the old elder people or any other people. Furthermore, these people have high family members as well as low work experience. In I am talking about the limitation of the data. So data visualization limitation is most probably limited. I mean, there are such among few factors are which are dependent on the onto the visualization. And these are references which are using and showing. Now I am move on to the Power BI and how we do the visualization. So So this is our Power BI visualization basically. Uh, so which are described Parul.
Thank you, Harsh. So, in this slide, we are showing about to how to use the slicer. So, slicer, first of all, what is slicer? Slicer are one of the most powerful type of visualization, particularly when you want to make your report dynamic. So, under the visualization, under the tab of visualization, you can see the tool of slicer. So we have to click here on the tab of slicer. When we adding the slicer on our PowerPoint, then we can see this like a type of box. So in this we can introduce our different type of categories of age groups, like from 1 to 25, 25 to 50, 50 to 75, and 75 to 100. So when I click on 1 to 25, it shows you like points on different, like a different age with different annual income. When I show on 25 to 50, it shows like a blue point with different annual income. Thanks. So rest will discuss by Harsh.
Thanks, Parul. So this is another visualization tool which are showing which is calling the which is calling the card. In card, you can showing on under the visualization tab 1, 2, 3. So here under the tab, you just click and put on the annual income here. On it is showing the other professions as well. When I click the healthcare, so it is showing the 11 where I am talking about homemaker. So it is showing 2. It is entertainment, so it is showing 6. So here, according to the visualization with the help of card, the numbers are changing. Now I am move on to the next slide. So in this slide, it is also talking about the data and showing about the tables and showing about the table. So if I can move and I can show as a table. So here it's the gender, female and male, and which is are the numbers which is also mentioned it. Now I move on to the next slide, next page, which is explained by Chintan.
Thanks us. There is a trend line chart. There is not much in the trend line. Just go in the visualization tool. Here we just go in the visualization tools. There are visualization tool. There are many options in the line. This is the trend line. We goes on the manually like on and off. When we does the off, the trend line is goes. When it does on, the trend line is come. In this line is generally state that the 1 to 25 had the highest sum of annual income and the sum of spending score. Now another page is explained by hers.
Thanks, Chintan. So basically, this is our scatter plot, and scatter plots we created by with the help of the measure. And in the scatter plots, it is showing like which the number are also mentioned. It. So it's like when I click down, it's the number are changing. The measure is changing. You can see it clearly. So these are our measure, and we can use the measure by using put this command in our measure. So now the next page is our Python script. So yeah, this is our basically Python script. So how to create a Python script in the Power BI. So basically it's nothing too much. I mean, it's just a click on the visualization tool. It's a click on PY. So in the PY, it is showing the script editor. It's created, and this is our script editor. We create by the using age and age group and creating all put commands by using our lecturer told and sent a sent a word file, and we are using on that file. So now I can explain practically onto the next page. If so in so how to it's creating. So basically it's basically first to click here, and when you click, so it is showing the how we put our commands and everything. So first I put down and copy paste this command. uh, then on I is showing on to the next page. So when I click on the next page, so if I am talking about the PY, so it is script editor is created. So now on the script editor, if I move age or age group anything, so if I move to the age, so it is showing the age which we can using by using the Python command. So it is showing this age under this age. We just copy and paste that formula and how to run. If I can this is our run button. If I run this one, so it is showing the same graph which are we showing into the page number 6. So yeah, let's see. So this is the basically our command is work. Now one more command I can showing, it's about the forecasting. So what is how creating forecasting. So basically under visualization, creating the line chart. Under this line chart, I just put the age under x-axis, and the annual income is just putting on the y-axis. So it is showing the some kind of graph. So according to this graph, now I show into the add visualization. Under add visualization, there are move down. So it is showing the forecasting. If I forecasting turn on, so it is showing the rest of the part. It is showing the forecasting. So according to that, per the forecasting, 99 is the actual graph, and then after it is showing the forecasting. So how this is the work of forecasting or predicting the data. So basically these all are our visualization. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.